I just shortly want to talk about how I manage my data, or not the images itself, but the yeah, let's call it metadata, or um, so how long I imaged, how many subs I did in one astro imaging session, and so on. Yeah, and for this I prepared a single Excel sheet here just to get an overview how many subs I have, and I think that's very useful, especially when you're yeah, you're a beginner and maybe also starting to do longer projects over several days or nights, let's say. Then it would be really nice to yeah, to get an information about how many subs you already have, and so on. And yeah, for this, as I said before, I created an Excel sheet, and here it is. Yeah, it's a very simple Excel sheet. So here it's a long-term project only, not any tests I did, really only longer projects over several imaging sessions. So yeah, this is still a little bit under construction, but so far it works quite well. So first here I have the object. For example, here it's a monkey head nebula, and also I always enter either Messier catalog number or NGC, which is very common. Of course, there are also other ones like IC or other things, Bernard objects and so on, and the trivial name or known name for this object. Then in the same column, I also just very shortly write down which camera I used and which filter, nothing else here. I saved this in another file I can show you later in another video. Yeah, and the second column is about the exposure times per sub. So for example, here when I imaged the monkey head nebula, it was 50 seconds each per sub. Here are the dates I imaged this object here over several days, you can see. And here I have the number of images. So on the 26th, in the night from 26th to 27th of February this year, for example, I was able to collect 53 images, single images, and as I said here, these are really images I also can use. So those images I checked for star trails and other things, brightness and other objects and so on. So maybe I did more, maybe I did 60 images, I don't know, don't recall this, and in the end I had 53 very good images, single images. Then I have the total integration time in seconds, minutes and hours here. And yeah, so as I said before, due to my location and my balcony and so on, it's not so easy, as you can see, to collect a huge amount of data in one Astro sessions, as maybe you can do, I don't know. But if you are living in a city, doing your Astro imaging sessions mainly from the balcony and so on, you're most probably very limited when it comes to exposure times, collected exposure times per imaging session. So as you can see here, for example, the maximum here for those imaging sessions was maybe 2.4 hours yeah, of data I collected, worth of data I collected during this session here. So, and as you can see, I did quite many imaging sessions for the Monkey Head Nebula using my my planetary camera, and in the end it was only 11.3 hours, right? Yeah, and then I also have a color code here. So as I said before, now, especially since I have my new one-shot color camera, deep sky object camera, I'm always interested, or my aim is to collect at least 8 hours of worth of data. And that's why it's marked green here. For example, when I imaged this galaxy, NGC 2903, I only collected 3.5 hours, and that's why it's marked orange here. It's just for me. And then I also, yeah, did a little comparison here. I was just interested which is the, to date, the object I imaged over the longest period, right? And here, for example, it's just the object I just finished, the project I just finished last night, and this is the Elephant Trunk Nebula. It's a section. And this is 13.2 hours. So for me, as you can see, 30 or 13 hours is really a lot. Even 8 hours is quite a lot because, as I said before, I cannot collect so much data during one imaging sessions and so on. And then, of course, you have most probably the same problem then, except from the position, your balcony and so on. You also have to have clear nights and so on. So yeah, and here's just, as you can see here, the camera and the filter again. And yeah, and this, for example, I just started a few weeks ago to collect some data of the Horsehead Nebula, and this is still running. Yeah, and so I did this here, and here I also comment something. Here, for example, I collected over 6 hours, over 7 hours, and yeah, in the end I found out that it's too bright. I imaged using my broadband light pollution filter, and most probably there was full moon, or I don't know, bad position or something, other lightning. So, and as you also can see here, so this is the total integration time or imaging time here. That's this sum here. But in the end, for the final stacking and processing, I could only use, as I said before, 11.1 hours in this case. Yeah, and this goes on, and it's just to show you how, just to get an idea, if you not already have something like this, I think it's a good idea to get an overview when you're doing long exposure projects with long exposure times, or over several astro imaging sessions. Yeah, but that's all. Maybe this is helpful for you also as a beginner to get an idea how you could create some Excel sheet, for example, like this, to get an overview when you start longer astro imaging projects and so on. Yeah, with this I want to close and finish this video. If you are not already a subscriber, and the chances are, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Clear skies.